Hi everyone, Internet PCH book reader here. Today I want to talk about which comes first, cardio or weight, fitness truth and other surprising discoveries from the science of exercise by Hutchinson, ph.d. Studies about workout that the public mostly consume has always been messy. Take the study on running for example. A lot of studies that comes from running using shoes from shoes company like Nike and Asics, and they're questionable at best. But their opposition, the study about running barefoot, also come from the companies that makes minimalistic shoes like Five Fingers. And the people that are known as the original proponents of these movements are all involved in the marketing of these minimalistic shoes by making it a we versus them argument, which is an even more questionable propaganda technique. And how about the conclusion of this study then? They're inconclusive at best. Ultimately, the result of comparing them are unclear which ones are more beneficial. It's about the same significance as if you're putting your right sock first or your left socks first. But for newbie who don't have a strong muscle endurance, it is not recommended to run on hard surfaces without shoes first. But every so often, this same information that has been debunked over and over again keep on resurfacing, especially when there's new social media came out. That's why the book is very clear when it is using studies that have been peer-reviewed to say the benefit of any exercise information is valid or not. It will state things when it is definite whether they're right or wrong, aka myth, and it will state when the study is inconclusive or mixed at best. It even put out the reviews that is used in the book at the reference section at the end of the book. Then, what do we know for sure about exercise? According to the book, what we do know for sure is that the increased flow of blood and growth factors to the brain during exercise has dramatic effects, boosting memory and learning, enhancing cognition and warding off the effect of aging. And exercise also stimulates the release of powerful mood-altering chemicals like endorphins, so much so that some research argue that it can become a mild addiction. The benefit of exercise on both physical and mental health is so universal that even when you're not doing it to lose weight, you still got the benefit of these exercises. It won't take away the unhealthy effect of being obese, obviously, but at least you still got the health benefit from the exercise compared to those who did not exercise. And specifically from this book, if there's anything you take from it besides that exercise have much more health benefit for you, is that not all scientific proof is created equal. And all the information that you need and more is packaged in this 1 to 150 pages books. It gives information for those who only want to get healthier, those who want to lose weight, those who want to bulk up, those who want to go into a competitive field of sport. Every physical study that are useful for you and their sources can be found here. And all these different information are only a little over 250 pages. And this is why influencers whose whole channel is about promoting new moveset every videos, at the end of the day are not to be trusted because they will have to promote something that are not well researched and might be either at least ineffective for you or worse, harmful in the long term. As an example of this that I will take from the book is that there's a section with balance board which are useful to train your balance muscle, but if you start multitasking weightlifting on top of those boards, you won't get any benefit from it since doing both separately is more effective, but you do increase the risk of injury. And for what? For nothing, because multitasking it only make it worse. Honestly, there's not much relevant information that can be generalized on workouts. Most of them needs to be personalized and will take a lot of extra time to differentiate, which the book did a great job. For example, what time of the day you need to train is less important than how much sleep you need to get every day, what time do you sleep, and your overall schedule. Meanwhile, your choice of exercise and what equipment you use matter only as much as your goal. Is it to be a professional athlete, or to shape your body, or just for health purpose? So here's the basic fundamental that can be generalized and won't change for those that are just looking to get healthier and maybe lose weight. 1. Starting from around age 30, you'll start losing muscle mass 1 to 2% each year. Regular exercise will help you reduce those and more. 2. You don't tone parts of your bodies. When you press a part that feels soft, that's more because you're touching fat that is there, not just because there's a lack of muscle there. You cannot specifically target those parts with just exercise. You also need to lose weight. 3. If your goal is to lose weight, your eating habit is much more important than any exercise you take. As the saying goes, you cannot outrun what you eat. 4. Exercise has major health benefits that you cannot just ignore even when you consider general issues with society, gender norms, and body image. 5. If you want to permanently lose weight, you need to change your eating habit, but permanently. Only temporarily changing your eating habit will only temporarily change your weight. And 6. You won't get the health benefit from regularly doing your exercise just from losing weight. You'll only avoid the unhealthy aspect of obesity. Other than those, the only thing you need to remember is to do it for yourself, for your own health. If you didn't consider yourself first, there's a risk of getting an eating disorder that are as worse for your health than not exercising. But anything else than that is just extra information. I think the author did a great job at conveying this information in the book, even with the parts that are weirdly written. There's this awkwardly placed box of text that stops the information, which is weird since the author can just put them at the end of the section and they'll actually be easier to read. But other than that, this is a solid book, better than most unchecked information you'll get from the internet influencers. I give this a 3.5. That's about it.